Hey, you guys, we are back for another review on Iyanla Fix My Life. Sorry we're a little bit late, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it. LY.
Welcome back, Kourtney family. Welcome to our channel, Kourtney and Eddie. I am Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife,
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
And the Kourtney and Eddie channel is all about relationships, reviews, and tonight we're going to be talking about Iyanla. And here we go.
So don't forget to subscribe to this amazing.
And don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share this video, please.
Now, let's get into it. Y'all know Eddie, he trying to get this intro thing together. So you know, he'll get it.
That would take 22 right there.
55. So it first starts out with the four ladies that are in radio or entertainment, some facet. So Shanika, which is one of the main ladies that invited the other ladies on the show. So it seems like they're having issues with relationships. So Iyanla wants them to pick a card when they come in, pick a wig and all that stuff. So Shanika picked Power Broker, and Aryan, the media mogul, she picked. Did I write down what she picked? Oh yeah, she picked media mogul. I'm sorry. And Crystal, which is the boss lady, she picked boss lady, and Tracy also picked boss lady. So Iyanla is asking them why are they here. And so she really and truly wants to get to the meat of the matter, which is what is on the inside of them. So this was a 2-hour episode. Yeah, it was 2 hours. And I started going to sleep toward the end because it seemed like it was too long. I know you stay woke for it, but you know, it was very empowering, but it was also long.
Yeah,
so I don't know if it needed all 2 hours.
Well, yeah, but it was long. But like you said, it helps me. It helps a lot of guys see Black women in a different light, you know, because you women are powerful, you know. You are the creation, you know. You created, you know, the miracle rolling you guys back, you know. So yeah, so it's great to see sisters helping each other out, you know, instead of cat fighting and all that.
So Iyanla she starts out with Shanika. So Shanika talks about her parents fell apart when they became successful. And but her last relationship lasted 7 years, and the guy that she was dating had a child, which she has always been the caretaker of her siblings and now her mom, and she does not want to have children because she don't like that role of being a caretaker. So basically Iyanla was like, well, why would you date a man that got a child? He wanted you to cook, he wanted you to clean the house, he was expecting all these motherly roles, but she didn't want to do it. And that's not something she really signed up for. So Iyanla gave her the card about the hustler. She's a hustler, and broke down the definition, and you know, not hustle, but you know, she's petty, she had some more issues and stuff. What do you think about that part?
Like you said, she's been a caretaker all her life, you know, and it was unfair to the boyfriend and the child that she really didn't want to do that role, so she should have never got into that situation, right? Because now you're not gonna give your whole 100 to the your boyfriend and the child. So some things you got to like, okay, I know I don't want to do this. You got to have standards. You got criteria you want to have met. Stick to them. Don't compromise. That's what she was doing. She was compromising her, you know, her criterias just to have somebody.
Oh, a lot of women do that. Yeah, so let's move on. Tracy, the boss lady. One of the boss ladies, because we got two. But Tracy is, she acts out. She realized she has to become strong. She doesn't have a relationship with her mom, and her mom left her. The man the mom was with, he just packed up and he left.
He just dipped.
Yeah.
Wow, he ain't said nothing. He just like, I'm out.
And she never saw him again.
Right.
And Iyanla said, you know, that's emotional abuse.
Which it is.
Yeah.
Because you sitting there wondering why he left, is he coming back, and what did I do wrong to make him leave like that? So yeah, that is emotional abuse. But Tracy, she scares me.
And she said in her last relationship, the guy cheated with a stripper. She never.
Why she had to put a stripper on there? Stripper's not a bad thing. It's not. Really, it's not. You know, so he said he just cheated with a female. Oh, I'm sorry. Cheated with a woman. That's all she had to say.
And so she never mourned the cheatation. She never mourned him cheating.
The cheatation?
Yeah.
Ooh, we're creating words now, boy.
I may have heard this somewhere, I just don't know where. But
I guarantee you I know where you're from.
So she never mourned that, but she did ask her that. And she seems like she fights a lot.
Yeah.
But she fights a lot. So let me tell you this story. So she gave a story where her and her son was walking across the street. I think they was walking, right?
Yeah.
Walking across the street, and the lady wasn't paying attention. She was at the stop sign of the light. Lady wasn't paying attention. Her car started rolling, and she almost hit her son. So she jumped in her car, chased the woman down, and beat in her door, and tried to bust her windshield and snatch her out because she almost hurt her son.
To me, that's dangerous, Tracy, because if you done that and that woman shot you or pulled a gun at you, pulled a gun out and shot at you or shot you,
right?
And because the woman gonna claim self-defense because you attacking her, so yeah, that's kind of dangerous. But yeah, Tracy, you know, she's the type of woman who fights a lot, like you said, and she'll find any little excuse to fight.
Yeah.
And men don't like that, man.
She said she done fought women, men.
That's too much. That's too much drama,
that's a lot of aggression.
And then you did it in front of your child. That's
right.
That's,
and
that's
she said
worse.
he done seen a lot of it.
So yeah, so he's gonna need therapy himself.
So Iyanla gave her the card of diva because she is controlling, insecure, and intimidating. So
and I'm gonna say something about that. She's not intimidated for the right reason. Not because she's a boss lady or boss chick. It's just like she said, you don't know what kind of bag she's gonna come out of. Mm-hmm. You know, you say something wrong, she might want to snap and clown on you in front of your boys or something for no reason. Now you gotta sit there, you're like, what you mean, girl? You come at me like that in front of for no reason, so it's too much drama around her, especially if you're a man dating her, man. You don't know what she gonna do. She gonna cut your tires and bust the window out of your cars and jump on the hood of your car and stuff while you driving.
So let's move on to Crystal. She was married 11 years and she has a strict background, religious background, so she's Kojic.
I never heard, y'all might come at me in the comments, she just taught me something new today. Never heard of that before.
Church of God in Christ.
Yeah, and I heard Holiness Church, non-denominations, but I never heard of that before.
Yeah, Kojic, if I'm not mistaken, I've never been Kojic. I don't know very few people that around me that has, but it's just like Baptist, it's just like Methodist, it's just another brand. It's all, the religion, but it's just another umbrella, as you could say. So yeah, Church of God in Christ. Okay. So yeah,
learn something new every day.
From what I understand, they are strict when it comes to So she got ovarian cancer, and some things started happening, as she got older. But she got ovarian cancer, and her husband lost his job, and it seemed like she said she had the affair. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Well,
maybe God was testing her. Is she gonna keep the faith.
He was allowing her to go through those things.
Yeah, I think sometimes that happens. He allows things like that to happen to test your faith.
So Iyanla asks, "Who are you?" Iyanla, and she felt like, especially with her religious background, she felt like she's always had to be perfect. So she also got the card of diva, and she's, of course, controlling, insecure, and hers also was high maintenance in there. So now let's move on to media mogul Aryan. She's the youngest one. She was in a relationship last. They met on IG. Instagram. And they were together for 2 years.
I know what IG mean.
For the people that didn't. I wasn't saying it for you, baby.
You trying to help me out.
So she said lies started coming out when they were in a relationship, and I think she said his mom told her, some lies. But one thing is that when Her lease was up. He said, well, you can move in with me. She said, that was a bad decision. I agree.
Yeah.
Y'all just been together 2 years. Ain't no telling. Probably a year at that point of some months.
Before you move in, you got to get to know one another because, especially you don't have nothing. You go into this guy. Now he has all the control now.
Yeah. So they moved in together, and he started saying, okay, well, if you don't like it, then you can get out. So at one point, she grabbed her stuff and she left.
Then he said, baby, please come on back. See, that right there is emotional abuse too, man.
And so she said, Iyanla said that is control. That's control. That's what he was doing. He had control of it, and she's not talking to her mom. So her mom relationship is not the best. So her card was shapeshifter, if I'm not mistaken.
I think the reason why she said shapeshifter is because when you're a mogul, you got to change different facets of what you got to do. So you got to adapt to the music, television, YouTube, so you got to adapt, so you got to change different shapes. So that's why she was a shapeshifter. And
her definition for her was bitter and unauthentic. Now let's move on to them naming their wigs. And so she wanted them to name their wigs, and she wanted them also to realize that they have false identity and they need to get rid of that. So Iyanla said, we don't know how, as women, to be women, and sometimes we like men in a skirt.
And that's the truth, man. Amen. Y'all women could be men in skirts, man. That's the problem. If a woman knows her place, it's okay to be a boss chick. It can. But let a man be a man, you still be a woman. You can be an alpha woman and still run things, but still be a woman.
What a man at, though? Sometimes women have had to be men in a skirt because the man is absent.
But then maybe y'all find a good man that y'all can kind of help. I don't know. I have an answer
for that.
I don't have an answer for that, but I'll come back to it when I do.
Iyanla said your light was low. Don't get mad at the man. Up your wattage.
That's what I was trying to get at. Find a man that's on your level so he can be a man. See, that's what's the problem. Like y'all boss chicks get these men. Not you per se, because I ain't that type of guy. You get the man that's beneath you in status, so you continue to be a boss chick. But if you get a man that's on your level, you can still be a boss chick and allow this man to be a man. So you can just take the pants off, let the man wear the pants, and then you can still be the boss chick. And he can still be the man. Case solved. But no, I gotta run the show. No, I don't want you, none of y'all. No, I don't need no man. Yeah.
All right, so the next thing they're putting on hats, because I think they're doing a T or something like that. So Crystal went into her last relationship to prove people she can do it. So that's why she went in, because they was like, you ain't got a man yet, you ain't got no man yet. So she went in her last relationship saying, okay, I'm going to show y'all.
I got a man.
Yeah.
And that's the wrong way to do it.
And that was she said, it worked out horribly.
Yeah, don't cave into peer pressure because you don't have a man. Take your time. Let that man come to you.
Tracy is a runner. She's a runner. She's a track star.
I swear she thinks she knows TikTok.
When things get hard.
She thinks she TikTok 101, boy. I'm telling you, boy.
And then don't be on TikTok.
Not once.
I do. I mean, I done been on there. I just recently got on there. I just be looking. But I'm going to do it. Y'all follow us on TikTok. I'm going to get him to do it too.
You don't worry about me running. No.
That ain't running, child, literally.
Speak about TikTok. I don't know.
But anyway, Tracy is a runner. So when things get hard, she runs, even though she knows that sometimes she caused the drama, or she know that she a runner, but she still don't care. She sabotaged her own relationships in a sense.
Bottom line, that's all she does. She sabotaged the relationship, run away, and it's a form of protection.
There's a lot of women that do that.
Yeah, but why? But if you're gonna self-sabotage, why even get in a relationship?
I think what happened is that in the beginning of any relationship, it's all warm and fuzzy, it's nice, but then once pressure started, and you really and truly have to show your real colors of who you are. That's when I think that, like, okay.
Well, but then again, that tells me women like that, they fall in love with the ideal of a relationship.
That's true.
Not the relationship itself, because the relationship is not gonna be easy all the time. So you're gonna like you told me when we first met, you gotta peel the layers back. And once you start peeling the layers back, you start to see the real person. Now you still want to be that real person, you continue on through the thick and thin.
Right.
But as soon as you see a hiccup, you make an excuse to run the guy away.
Yeah.
No, you're
gonna do that your whole life.
Yeah, you're gonna be doing how you like.
You're gonna have a lot of men, but never no relationship and never no marriage, nothing of stability.
Nothing with substance.
So Crystal says she don't respect the men in her life because y'all know they really trying to get out like why they're not, holding on to a man, what's the issue and stuff. And so it came down to Crystal's like, well, to be honest, I really don't respect the men. You know what I'm saying? And if they ain't no respect, then she's not gonna trust them. And
but like Iyanla said, why you dating this man? Yeah,
why you sleeping with him?
Yeah, why you dating these type of men if you're not gonna respect them?
Yeah,
it don't make no sense to date a man you're not gonna respect. Why waste your time? Waste his time. Oh, women can't figure them out sometimes.
She said, you know how women had that saying, all men and dogs. So Iyanla said, if all men dogs, why is they on your porch?
What are you doing to attract these dogs to you? I always say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You doing something to attract these dogs to you, so maybe that woman needs to look in the mirror and ask herself, what am I doing? Why are these dogs and players and, whoremongers coming to my front porch? Why? Why I'm attracted to those type of guys?
I had to ask my own self that, yeah.
So, hey, look in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said. The woman in the mirror. I know that's not the song, but it's a man in the mirror. But if I said the female in the mirror, I was going. It's not female. It's a woman. Females are for animals, even though they have females and males in applications when you put in for jobs.
Thank you. So let's move on. Crystal was looking for love from her dad, but was never got it. It was never enough. I thought this was touching. It was, very hurtful because she said she had, I think she said she went off to school for the summer. She got her skin right and all that stuff. It was like, in a sense, almost like trying to please a man. Or like,
that's what it seems like to me, yeah.
Getting her skin right and stuff. I was like, But yeah, so she was trying to get everything right for her man. For her dad. But it was never enough. He didn't pay any of that no attention. So she still don't feel like she's enough.
Yeah, she sent her report card, straight A's. That still wasn't enough. She graduated from college. That still wasn't enough. She couldn't do anything to please her dad.
There's a lot of people out there.
And that right there, for a young woman, is hurtful.
Yeah.
Because a lot of girls look up to their daddy. And if you can't please your dad and the little girl, because she look at her dad as a king. And that's hurtful, man. You want validation from your dad.
Mm-hmm. So Shanika said that she is the closest thing to her mom. And she got a whole bunch of issues going, with her mom. And so I think she said she's been taking care of her mom since she was 17 years old. So she the closest thing to her mom. So let's move on to the women that are wearing the gloves. They wearing gloves now. Now, these not another set of women, the same women. So she wants, y'all, she always does these, she has all these props, when she's doing therapy. So I can say, honestly, that this was a lot to write down, a lot to digest. So I really just did a lot of cliff notes with it because they was going into, what I'm saying? Yeah. But it basically is the same. What I'm saying is we're all going to come to the same conclusion about the women, but they just had little points in their life that they were just pulling out things. They all came together and Iyanla wanted them to talk with no words. So basically they put their feet flat on the floor and she wanted them to, really hone into themselves, but then look at the lady that's across from them and communicate with no words. And basically, tears start flowing at that moment.
Yeah.
Because she wanted them to talk to the little girl on the inside of them and say what was on their heart. So they began to say what was on their heart to each other, and they just had some, teary moments.
Yeah.
Tracy asked a question to Shanika that was in front of her, and she was just like, because she's supposed to be communicating with her, but she said, I noticed that, she asked Iyanla, respectfully, can I say something she said, this didn't have anything to do with me, and I wanted to say something to her, if it was okay. She was like, yeah. She said, I see you closed off, you're not communicating, you have a wall up. And so Shanika said, yes, she does have a wall up. She don't know how to be vulnerable. And I think a lot of women, I said women because this is talking about women, don't know how to be vulnerable and are afraid to be.
Because it shows weakness.
Yeah.
And most black women.
It don't show weakness. People think it shows.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And they don't want to get that perception of looking weak.
Right.
Because most black women, especially mothers, they got to be trying to fill the role of the father and the mother at the same time. They got their little kids looking up to them.
Right.
So they don't want to look weak in front of that child or that person. And black women.
I'm sorry, I was looking at your watch, man.
Oh, you looking at myself. Black women do have a lot, what I'm saying, on their plate and on their shoulders, And I understand why they feel that way, that they got to show strength all the time. But sometimes you got to let that wall down and be vulnerable, because if it's not, you're not going to get the help you need, because your sister's not going to see, she needs, some consoling, she needs someone to talk to, because a lot of you women walk around with a lot of baggage, but trying to show strength, but got a lot of turmoil inside, just trying to maintain it.
Because like it was said, we are being strong for our children, being strong for other people around us, and it's a lot. So she said that she felt unprotected when she was 4 years old, and they go into details about that later, but didn't tell her mom because she was trying to protect her mom. So Shanika was. So now we're moving on to the scene where she's talking to them individually. So Shanika said she came in. She didn't say anything yet, but she came in. Iyanla said she was late, And so she was like, well, why are you late? She said, I was trying to get my mask together. This didn't work out there. And a lot of times she asked her, was she always late like that? Basically, yeah. She said, and I knew what Iyanla was finna do. It's a breakdown of
why she's late.
Something psychologically going on with her. So yeah. She said, do you always feel like you get some start, you get to the end and things fall apart? So she was like, yeah. She talked about the sexual abuse that she had when she was a child. I think maybe 2 or 3 times, right?
Twice, I think.
And she wanted her to know that you have to forgive your mother for not seeing your hurt. She never wanted to tell her mama because of the issues that, the abuse that she suffered. But then she said that you got to learn to forgive your mom for not seeing your hurt. Because sometimes, especially a child or people, sometimes we think that people can see the hurt that's on the inside of us. They don't want to say it. They want people to pull it out of them.
See it, and like you said, pull out of us.
But never do.
Get that conversation started, So, but if that person don't see the hurt, there's no way they can get that conversation started to talk about the hurt.
Right.
And her mom didn't see that.
So it was Tracy's birthday, when she came in. Imagine having to do that on your birthday. Yeah. But yeah, she turned 42 years old. And Tracy, to me, is very vocal. I don't know what her area, I don't know if she's a radio personality or what, but she's very vocal.
With a little cuss word here and there.
Well, yeah, very vocal. She said that she did not, they didn't protect her. She said she wanted to bring her back to the point where, she had said yesterday, because the next day that, you mentioned they didn't protect me. She was like, what, I don't know where that came from. I really pulled on in my childhood because I didn't even think about it. But she said when she said she meant like, when her mom moved me and in, her mom didn't protect her. She moved me and in, and
and she felt like she was in danger every time a new man come in.
A random. She called them random.
Randoms. And which I guess that would be kind of rough for a girl,
You don't even know who these people are.
Right, you got these strange men in the house.
She never said that they did anything to her per se.
Nah, but one was about to beat her. And she ran up to her aunt, and she looked at her aunt after protecting her mom.
And she said, well, isn't your mom Jamaican? She said, yeah. She said, well, Jamaicans are not known for showing feelings or showing emotions.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah. So, basically, she was saying you can't blame your mama for something she didn't.
Yeah, she never was taught how to care or show emotions from her mom.
Yeah.
So, it's like generation after generation after generation. So,
yeah. And so, she said, one thing you want to do is create peace. See, peace is my power. You can go on a shameless plug, kourtneyandeddie.com, kourtneyandeddie.com.
Iyanla over here trying to bite off our style. Iyanla.
So, yeah, she said that you got to create peace. So, this is the fighter. So, the fighter got to create peace.
It's going to be rough, but I think she can do it. She'll be all right.
So let's move on to, she put Aryan and Crystal together. So she brought them in together.
Yeah, I think because one is the baby, one is the oldest, and that's why. Plus, they had something going on with
mother wounds.
Right, mother wounds. Yeah.
So yeah, basically what they talked about is really trying to heal from the issues that they have with their mom. So that's basically what their thing was. So now all the ladies are back, and they're sitting down. And they realized, I think the question was asked, who is the problem now? Because when you're in a relationship, he this, he that, he a dog, he don't treat me like this, da-da-da-da-da. It's always the person they were in relation with that got the issues. But now she asking the question, now after all of this, who the problem? Well, they realized that they were the problem.
Yeah.
They pointed at the wigs, actually, because, that's like their alter ego. So that's their other self. And then they started talking about how the wigs helped them, really to identify with who they really were. She asked them, what did their wigs do in the relationship? Like this one,
was the fighter, the one that was the protector. The other one was trying to put this wall up to keep secrets inside. Mm-hmm. And but I guess everybody has an alter ego.
Especially when you've been hurt.
Yeah, they put this front on the mask they pain and their traumas.
Yeah. And she also basically they realized they pick men that they can control. Mm-hmm. They pick men that they can be in charge of.
Bros like us at my circle, no, you can't. They won't be able to control them guys. No, ain't no way. Cause she look at me crazy. So I'm
because I'm saying, what you throwing me in there for? So anyway, they got to a place where now they can release their wigs. They can release the pain, to release their alter ego, release all that stuff. So they just threw them right over the Alabama.
Ooh, for the brother that go pick up them wigs. What little cat
Look, at some places you go in the hood, you gonna see a patch of hair over here because somebody got to fight. Look like
there ain't no club. What's up here fighting?
So at the end, and this is the final, she gave them cards that now redefines who they are, because this is a 2-hour show, but they had three days, I guess, of therapy. So it's a lot of stuff we did not see. We may see them over in the comments like that last guy, and we're gonna have them on the show, or we'll see them in the comments saying that's not where they go. That's not how it happened.
This stuff is edited. We get it. We got it.
We can only go by what they give us on television.
That's it. Anybody blame the producers.
So she gave them a different card, and so let's go with Shanika. Shanika now is the mentor, and because one thing is that she brought those women together, so she's now the mentor. Tracy is the warrior, because she likes to fight.
Not that type of warrior,
right.
Okay? It's a warrior to try to find peace, among situations and whatnot.
Crystal is the healer.
Yes, because she was sick with the cancer and whatnot, right. And she had a lot of healing, because when she got sick and her husband
lost his
job. I'm sorry, and she had that so-called affair. I think she had an affair. Yeah.
I guess they did break up because they said she in a relationship now.
Yeah.
So Aryan is the princess.
She's baby girl.
Yeah, she's still trying to get some things together. And so at the end, they all prayed, grabbed hands and prayed for each other and spoke strength into each other. So you could tell about where they are currently, because the credits roll and they tell where everybody is.
First of all, Iyanla, when you're doing the credits, slow them down. We getting older now. We can't be speed reading like that. Gotta pause it, get the glasses. What is that? But
so you got Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy. Tracy
dating.
And she's not dating. She's still trying to, feel her way.
Get herself together. Yeah. So she's not dating right now.
And Crystal is dating an old friend, right?
No, I think that's Shanika.
Shanika dating an old friend.
She's dating an old friend.
And Crystal's dating somebody. I think about to get married or something.
Get married.
And baby girl, the princess. You young, like you said. She's still young. Still having issues with men. She
still ain't grabs that she's still dating the wrong man.
Yeah.
So she young, so she got to get it together.
Got to get it together. Yeah.
But if she pull on them other sisters, go back to them, kind of find out what she doing wrong or whatever, maybe she can.
But the message Iyanla was giving to the ladies that I'm not your sister keeper, I am you. Mm-hmm. Women, especially black women, gotta understand that. You got to look at each other and say, I mean you and me, because y'all all been through something, you know what I'm saying? Especially for the younger sisters, man, coming up. And they look up to you, sisters, and all this ratchetness and stuff, if that's all they see, guess what? That's all they're going to do.
Yeah, so. Right. All right, you guys, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. This was a 2-hour show. I hope the last finale is not 2 hours. I'm just saying, I think we got 1 or 2 more shows before it's over with. But on that note, that's all I got. What about you, baby?
That's it.
All right, you guys. So we will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you. Your head itching?
Yeah.
All right, deuces.